Hi, I'm Jacqueline Stewart, coming to you from the Weston Game Lab at the University of Chicago. Next month, I'll be presenting a two-night special from this lab that focuses on the study of games with special guest Professor Patrick Jagoda. In the meantime, I'm back again for TCM's Silent Sunday Nights. Coming up, we have a triple feature of groundbreaking avant-garde shorts. All were produced overseas and were extremely influential in their day. First, we have the only film directed by French artist Fernand Léger, a short many say marked the birth of cinematic surrealism. From 1924, it's Ballet, méchanique. It's a non-narrative film that showcases an array of fleeting images, machinery, everyday items, and people. The juxtaposition of images, or the transformation from one into another, is often mesmerizing. It creates, as one writer observed, a complex cinematic metaphor which bonds man and machine. Next, you'll see what the Museum of Modern Art calls the first science fiction film ever produced. It's a short from 1902 called A Trip to the Moon. It was directed by renowned French filmmaker Georges Méliès. He began his career as the owner of a theater in Paris that primarily presented magic and illusionism. He later constructed a studio with the intent of making films of a fantastical nature. His first was in 1896, and in all, he made nearly 500 films. Sadly, only a fraction of those survive. A Trip to the Moon is by far his most celebrated work. It features innovative special effects, beautifully painted backgrounds, plus one of the most iconic images of the silent era, that of a rocket ship crashing into the eye of the man in the moon. After that, we'll present a surrealistic Japanese horror film from 1926 called A Page of Madness. The story is centered on a husband working in a mental institution so that he can visit his wife, who is confined there. We'll talk more about that short after we watch it. Here are three great examples of experimentation in silent films: Ballet Méchanique from 1924, 1902's A Trip to the Moon, followed by A Page of Madness from 1926. A Page of Madness was made in 1926 by Japanese filmmaker Teinosuke Kinugasa. Japanese films didn't really start to reach international audiences until the 1950s, primarily due to World War II and the fact that many of their films were lost or destroyed. One of those was thought to be A Page of Madness, but as it turns out, Kinugasa had stored the negative in a rice barrel and had forgotten all about it. Then, decades later, in 1971, he found it in a storage shed at his home. When he made A Page of Madness, Kinugasa had only been making films for a couple of years, but he quickly made an impact and today is considered one of the most influential directors of classic Japanese cinema. His best-known feature is Gate of Hell, which won an Academy Award for its color costume design and received an honorary Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film of 1954. The foreign language category was officially established in 1956. Up next, Alicia Malone will be here for this week's TCM Imports. Be sure to join me next week for another edition of Silent Sunday Nights. I'm Jacqueline Stewart. Thanks for watching.
Next on TCM, Zatoichi meets Yojimbo, then Sword of the Beast, and later Have a Heart. Cut TCM some slack tonight.